can you negotiate broker fees? Yes, like anything else in life, broker fees are negotiable. I don't know if you remember all of the buzz about 12, 18 months ago surrounding real estate commissions. Everything on the mainstream media, they were advertising it's the end of the 6% real estate commission, and real estate fees are coming down. What they fail to mention in any of those news articles or news pieces is that real estate commissions were always negotiable. Literally, there was never a point in time where 6% was a required or necessary or non-negotiable commission. The only thing that this whole lawsuit did, besides pay a bunch of attorneys, $800 million in legal fees, was require a disclosure that specifically states for the non-discerning consumers that real estate commissions are negotiable. It's literally the only thing that changed. And the same thing applies to mortgage broker fees, right? What I will say in that sort of scope is that a lot of the times, without negotiating any sort of mortgage broker fees, we are leaps and bounds better than what you will get at a bank, a retail, non-institutional retail mortgage lender. So the example I always like to give is if I'm selling you a banana for 50 cents and everybody else is charging 85 cents for that same banana, why would you negotiate to try and get that same banana for 49 cents if I'm already cheaper than, everybody else that you're speaking to? There have been a couple of examples where the one that comes to mind is I had a customer who was an employee of a credit union. They were giving him like incentivized pricing where my normal broker fee was actually slightly more expensive than what he was getting from his job. And in that case, he asked me, Ben, is there anything that you can do to get me any cheaper than this? And it was a simple business decision, right? We looked at, okay, well, if we discount our fees to this, we can save him $1,000. Is it still worth it for us to do this deal based on the cost of labor and the cost of credit reports and verifications and all the other sort of operating costs that come with running a mortgage broker business? And in that case, it was. All I can say to anybody is we're all human beings, right? So just have a conversation. You know what I mean? A lot of the times, we're able to earn our living, provide you with obviously a higher level of customer service than you'll get really anywhere else, but also better terms than you'll get pretty much anywhere else without having to discount anything. If it turns out that we do need to discount, some fees in order to be another deal or to provide you with some incentive or some benefit, I rarely will let business go, unless it truly is not worth the amount of work to get you to the finish line. If we have to go so low that it's just simply no longer worth it, then I'll tell you, hey, you're already getting a great deal. I would take that and run. I'm pretty well known for doing that. I'm very straightforward with the way that I do business. But I encourage anybody who's looking to shop or have a conversation. Most of the time, we're able to beat other deals without lowering any fees. And if we do need to lower some fees, some broker fees to get you where you need to be, most of the time we're willing to do that. But like I said, we're humans, so just simple conversation really will get you where you need to be. And I'm very, very fine with having a frank, open conversation with someone about costs and fees and what we can and can't do for somebody.